Hello! Good to see you all. Even though, yes, literally, I am not seeing you. You're seeing me. Kind of weird. Kind of okay, too. It's alright. I'm the one whose face is the face of the thing. You're the ones who are anonymous words on my chat screen right over here. This is going to blow your mind. Whoa. Chat screening. Me in the past on a screen. Right there. So you're on a tablet. We're chatting. Geeky Bear, Paxeroy, Mary. Hello, y'all. Hello. Good to see you. Everybody else who is here, secretly watching on the internet later or on Twitch. Not on Twitch now. Time travel. Yeah, that's what we got going on. Anonymous words right here. Stormcrow. Great. Good. Good. Nice to see everybody. Yeah, that tablet does come in handy. Throughout this stream, I will be looking down like this. That's me looking at the screen to see where you guys are typing. But again, at some point, I hope to have my stream on the screen in front of me, so when I look up and see here, I don't have to look down. But I'm just seeing myself look down at the screen. Sorry I make weird faces sometimes. It's part of the joy of drawing with Level Up with Louie. Speaking of that, today is a drawing class, and we're going to do some drawing. We have about an hour to spend together. We're going to do some warm-up drawing, and we're going to get into it. I have been putting up these episodes on YouTube, which is a lot of fun, to make a little screen for them and put them up. And then people have been saying, like, hey, cool, that's fun. Because some people don't have Twitch, they don't show up here for this thing. That's totally cool. I want to have it available so at any time anybody can kind of jump in and get up to speed and start drawing with us. Today I have a couple new drawings in the drawing action that'll be happening over here later on. And before we get into it, I want to say thanks for being here. You are appreciated. It's summertime. Sometimes Rabbit Hutch, yeah. She helps me too sometimes. Great. Thanks, Gwendolyn Shell. It's cool to have people showing up on the reg, as they say. On the regular. Let's say on the regular. That's probably better. Great to have you guys here. We're going to do some drawing today. Today's drawing will be pushing my drawing limits a little bit. We're getting to the edge where me choosing what to draw, I reach out to other people sometimes, which is really a lot of fun too, because I want to know what everybody else wants to work on drawing-wise. I reached out to somebody and they were like, yeah, try this. So we will try it. Tiny Tina! Excellent. Good to see you all. It's fun. I've been also watching a couple other streamers lately on Twitch, just so I can get a feel for how they interact and what they do. So, in the just chatting area of Twitch, where I go to, I'm into games and stuff, but I'm kind of in that world of just chatting and art, so I'm trying to check out other people too and see how they do it. It's been cool. I'm learning some. I'm learning how much they interact and not interact. I'm learning what kind of positive things they bring to it, what things that are similar to me, different from me. You know what? Life is about learning. I love learning. I do. What you might need for today's drawing class. 1, sketchbook, paper. Just printer paper works. This is my sketchbook. There are many like it, but this one is mine. I just bought a new sketchbook. Look at all these blank pages ready to go. Page after page after page after page. So that's fun. I just picked this up yesterday. New sketchbook is always nice. You will also need a pencil. The basics. Paper and a pencil. Those are the basics. I like to have a couple pencils around. It's true. HB2, regular school pencils. I also have a wonderful pencil sharpener. Listen to this. Thanks for holding up your sketchbook for me to see. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's like I could check in and be like, yes, you have, yes, you got it, good, okay, good. You got your sketchbook, you got your pencils. Excellent. Erasers. I use these wonderful bad boys right here. High polymer erasers. They work better usually than the erasers on the bottom of pencils. I find these harden out quickly. And they're just not as good as at erasing an area as these other erasers are. So get yourself some of them. They come in art supply packs. Sometimes you can buy a small art supply pack that has some pens, pencils, erasers. I think these might have been in a 2-pack. So I picked those up. And then the pens I use are these Microns Pigma pens that you can get at Michael's usually, or order them online. But any sort of pen is going to work out fine. Why multiple pens? Why different pens, you might say? You're dead, Jim. I'm an artist, Jim, not a doctor. These pens work out. Why do you have different size pens? Because sometimes you need to fill an area with ink. Sometimes you need to make a very fine line with ink. And different size pens allow you to do that. I say pens weird. And I'm working on saying it correctly. But you know what, at the same time, I like saying perns. So I might just be saying, get your perns out. Yeah. We can do art. We can do art. Everybody gets to do some art. Mary, get your pencil out, Mary, and start drawing. Come on now. We know you can draw. You gotta draw from them kids. Also, it's nice to have a couple beverages around. You got some water, that's always good. And then on the other side, you got some coffee. Boom shaloom. This is my mug. This is my mug because it's my face on there. When I had a longer beard. Water and coffee. Yeah, you can do it, Mary. Just remember, everybody. Everybody remember this. You can do it. If it's drawing, if it's music, if it's art, every single person who was good at the art you like consuming, this is very, very in a crass way, saying consuming art. It's more delicate and intricate than that sometimes. Sometimes we view art, sometimes we engage in art. I'm just going to say consume. We all generally know what that means. Everybody started the same place. We're starting here. Everybody started with a desire to do it, and maybe not the talent. But like everything you want to learn in life, everything you want to get good at, practice, practice, practice. A mug with my mug on it, exactly. Exactly. I really want to get this screen up here so I can be looking at you while reading at the same time, so I'm not doing this. Next year, 2035, we'll get that going. Next year, guys. Let's get down to the paper. Let's get some doodling in. There we go. There we go. Got your pencil. You have a human hand, most likely. You have a piece of paper. Am I in a different room, Rabbit Hutch? I'm in the shop. I'm in the LittlEmpire shop in the garage. This is where I normally am for these drawing classes. In the beginning, way back when, I was doing them in different places, but now I'm settled in here at Maryland. Trigonometry. Solving trigonometry is art. Boom. Yes. 2035. It's going to be our year, everybody. Get ready. 2035. Math is art. Like, I don't want to tell people this sometimes, but like, almost every... I don't want to tell them because sometimes they're like, art? Oh, you do art? Almost everything good involves art, including math. Sometimes solving math problems is art. I love it. Love that you solved the trigonometry problem. Maybe we'll do a level up with Louis drawing lesson, but really it's secretly I did math. And at the end I hold it up and people are like, "Oh, that's the Fibonacci." We'll see how that goes. It is elegant. Art and math are elegant together. Beautiful thing, math. It's gotten us so far, and it's made up. You know, we made math to model the universe, but in the end, the math is helping us discover the universe as well. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh, talking them golden ratios. Woo! Anyway, let's warm up anyway. Not to dismiss all the wonderful things going on in chat. Geez, the beehive. I'm about... You guys are good in chat today. I appreciate that you guys talk with me and talk with each other. Golden ratio. Yeah, I kind of drew it there. It kind of comes down. You can see that in the Fibonacci sequence in so many beautiful pieces of nature. Beehives, how sunflower seeds grow, how waves work. Math is kind of letting us define the edges of art. Anyway, let's get to some doodling, everybody. Let's work on some edges of art. Let's work on some wave lines. Again, we're just doodling. I'm coming out from this center here. Radiating. Radiating is usually a point, and you radiate out. Sun rays radiate. There we go. We're just radiating out, doing some doodling. Going a little light with my doodle here. Of course, I can go a little thicker with these doodles. Circles around circles around circles. Almost looks like a scary eye. And again, I'm going to start to break out some of my doodling so you can see how I mess around a little bit. Like, we practiced just doing some fill before. Fill lines. Nice, even fill lines. Just, again, working that hand, just getting it loosened up, getting your brain ready to put art onto paper. Oh, I like those fill lines today. Ooh, those are looking good. Fractal. Ammonite nautilus shells. Yeah. Oh, beautiful, guys. I appreciate that some of my geeky friends get to meet each other on the Level Up with Louis drawing lessons. That's always fun. You can bring people together. I feel like in my lifetime, I've been so lucky to get to know and become friends with so many wonderful people who come from different backgrounds, but we all share a joy of chit-chatting together. Yeah. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love all the different ways that nature has figured out how to make beautiful things. Here we are, evolved on the planet. This beautiful, beautiful, wonderful, wet planet we're on. And what is beauty to us? What is art? What is wonderful to us? Something we, our brains evolved to love the beauty of nature. Hello, crazy cat wave. Hello. 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 Everybody's saying hello. Radiating. We were radiating out. And then I did some fill patterns. Those are always good. Over here, I started to draw that, and I was like, that looks like an eye. You drop little eye lines in there. All of a sudden, you got kind of a scary dragon eye going on. And that's what doodling is sometimes. Again, that's why we warm up. Because a doodle can turn into art later. Like what you doodle in your sketchbook. Again, every day, get out that sketchbook and doodle it a little bit. Hello? Is it me you're looking for? Go back tomorrow. Carry on, carry on. Oh, Nailed those notes, my friends. I don't know if you guys knew this, but I actually have a band. I travel around the country with my band. We're called the Radiator Springs Fine-Tuned Garage Band. I don't know if you guys knew that. I travel around the country doing we work seashore bars and boat parties. I just didn't know if you guys knew that. Feynman. Geeky Bear bringing up Feynman. It did. That music escalated quickly. Feynman, anybody, go check out some of these things listed here. Richard Feynman, one of the greatest physicists of our time, but not only was he an amazing physicist, he was also a wonderful science communicator, and that's hard to do sometimes. You'll find people who are way deep down in the trenches of science sometimes are not the best communicators because, again, the human mind, how amazing it is. Some people are really good at seeing the math and the science of things and not as good at human interaction. It could be how we're trained. It could be how we're wired. It's how the chemicals are in our head. Feynman had the best of both worlds. He was not only an amazing scientist, he was an amazing communicator, and he was a musician. Oh my goodness. I want to go find some of his music. Maybe his band and my band can tour. And since he's passed away and my band's imaginary, it could happen. Again, I'm just doing some doodling here, getting the hands worked in, getting these drawings worked out. Just let my pencil kind of do its own thing. With doodling, you just can kind of have fun with it. There's no right and wrong with doodling, my friends. Look at that guy. What's he all about? Ooh, deep stuff indeed, Petzelroy. Yeah, Carl Sagan too. Totally my man. Look at this. This looks almost like a face with hair. Like again, like let your doodles lead the way. I'm breaking out a little bit from my traditional just let's do straight lines. You know, that was for episodes 1 through 7. I'm letting my doodles get a little natural here and just start to make their own things happen. That's the beauty of doodling. It's a happy little face. Again, that dragon eye, I like how that one came out. Circles within circles. I mean, I'm leading you a little bit into what we're getting into today a little bit, all right? I'm leading you into it with some of these doodles. So again, just get that hand going. Let things happen. See how the pen just kind of bounces, or the pencil just bounces around a little bit? What do I got? I have a box. What do I want to make out of that? I want to make a robot. So let's add some other basic shapes on there. Yeah, that robot's coming together. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. Robots are squarish, rectangle-ish. I'm just letting my brain and my body just do their thing together. It's like dancing sometimes, doodling. Not quite robots. We're not doing robots today, but they look like robots. A couple of them look like robots. Honestly, a lot like... We're going to get into some drawing today that... It's not that I'm uncomfortable with it, but I'm not as practiced with it. So I'm going to be pushing my boundaries a little bit today too, which is cool. All right, let's get into it. We got some doodling. Everybody did a little doodling, loosened up their pen, their pencils, made all that happen. You got all your supplies. Woo! Supply party! Have a little drink. mix it up. Coffee and water. Boom, boom. Okay, getting a new page out. And this beautiful notebook. All right, what suggested today to me for drawing class is, whoop, there goes my notebook. Somebody suggested like a wood princess or a dryad, an elven maid, something in that world, princesses. A lot of my drawings, okay, here's also, by the way, there are now tiny baby spiders in here, because the other day a mama wolf spider was in here. I think we talked about that at some point, and some of her babies are now loose in here. And so I have tiny little spiders, and they're the cutest, tiniest little things. I hope they survive. Anyway. Female form, female faces. Different than male form, male faces. I feel like some of the people I've drawn in the past with you, even that goblin was a male-leaning goblin. And male and female forms are different. We've seen this, you know this, even though everybody's body shape is their own unique body shape. Everybody's facial features are their own unique facial features. And if we looked at everybody throughout time, we would see every variation within male and female. That's beautiful, that's amazing. But as we're drawing and as we're learning to draw, there are definite some features that are more male or more female. In general, some of them, yes. Maybe I could get a tax break for being a spider daycare. Male has more, it's square. Female, curve. Just in general. So if I was going to draw, let's do like a dryad or an elven princess sort of thing going on here. We'll see how far we get with this. We're already 24 minutes in. It goes so quick. I like hanging out with you guys. Sometimes I feel bad on my YouTube channel when I put these up because I'm like, well, the first 7 to 20 minutes is me just hanging out with my friends. That's how it goes. You guys, if you're watching this even on YouTube later, you are my friends. Hello. I appreciate you. Let's start by laying out some basics here. Again, a lot of what we're going to do is lay out some basic shapes and then get into defining those things. A lot of times with heads, I will just start with a circle. All right, very light circle. You can see it there, light circle. Line down the middle. We did this with the goblin, but we kind of just did it right in the middle. We made the goblin head kind of circular. For this female head, we're going to come down a little bit farther. See about halfway point here? Going to come down about that far. Boom, boom. Halfway point on that circle there. That's going to be the bottom of the chin, all right? This is going to get a little complicated, but again, just this is Doodle Town. After this, you're going to doodle this and mess with this when you doodle. And this is just generally how I might do female head. Chin. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to erase a couple of these lines here. Almost almond-shaped head, whereas compared to male head, it has more of a square jaw. Halfway through, we're going to do a line here. And then another halfway, a line. And another halfway, a line. You can almost start to see a head and a face here coming on, right? Eyes. I'm just going to start to draw a little bit how I might go about this. And then we'll see where it goes. Again, I'm making up a little bit this as I go. I'm trying to... These eyes are huge. All right, I'm making... This is, again, this is more like a Frozen Disney anime character. A nose. For noses, sometimes, I I will just do a triangle that represents almost the bottom of the nose, the underneath part of the nose. So I'm just going to do a triangle here. And then lips. Little divot here. Boom, boom. Down. Seeing this a little bit. This is me just, all of my people drawings, they look like the same people a lot of the time, no matter what they are. That's just how I draw people. Some with the eyes here. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go bigger, just so we can see this. And then we'll do more of a body, but I'm gonna do the head bigger so you can see more what's going on. All right, and then half of this, somewhere in there, half of this, half of this. Eyes, nose, mouth, series of triangles and shapes. For these eyes, I'm going to do kind of anime eyes. Sorry, new piece of paper. Don't feel bad about starting over. It's kind of the cheeks under the eyes. It's doing some circles, some lines. Elf ears are kind of like similar to our goblin ears, but they just got a little point to them. All right? Thanks, Pexeroy. Yeah, I'm trying to give you an insight so you don't think it's like magic or something. Like it just doesn't happen. Like I'm trying to consciously make some choices on how I draw these things, and I want you to have some of these thoughts in your head. So as you go to draw, it's not just like he just drew that. I'm like somewhere up here, I'm thinking through these things, even if it becomes subconscious, and that's what doodling and why you need to practice all the time. That's what happens there. All right. Got some eyes going on here. Representation of eyebrows. Notice these are just basic shapes, triangles with a slight curve to them. This eye is going to get a little tricky because defining these lines a little bit more. I'm going to go back in with this eraser and clean up a little bit just so you can see what I'm seeing here. You can see what I'm trying to build to. Instead of erasing at the end, you can kind of see where I'm building to here a little bit. These little circles are the highlights of the eyes. This is the actual eye, and here's the pupil. The iris, and then the larger eye itself. I know it might be a little crazy looking. That's just how this goes. We're getting London Royal Court audience, friends. Look at that. What's going on? London Royal Court audience. Thank you, whoever brought that over here. Was that Mira? Who was that? Rating with a rating party. Thank you, rating party. It's the first time I've gotten this sort of stuff before. I appreciate it. Welcome. Welcome, friends. We're hanging out drawing. I know, the Renaissance festivals are closed down this year. It's a crazy thing. So many things in life have changed. Stick with your friends. Share as much love as you can. Do not go crazy. Come on, hold it together. We got to get through this. I want to see everybody on the other side. Under the nose, female nose is a little thinner. Again, we're drawing kind of like a fawny, elven princess sort of look. You see how I'm doing these eyes now? I know some of you might be like, well, hey, everybody has big eyelashes, but sometimes on a female drawing, an elven female, you might want to put big eyelashes. They just help sell it. Want to put little freckles on the nose and over the cheeks area. Got these eyelashes in here. Cool ears, elven ears going on. I'm going to come down and define this chin a little bit better. All right, all right. Again, yeah. Deca Monster, we will see you soon. Yeah, I'm missing seeing everybody too, for sure. It's a strange year. That doesn't mean it has to be a bad year, everybody. Hold it together. Share lots of love. All right, now let's figure out what the hairline is. But that looks like a female face a little bit. That's a little bit of a female face. Good job, me. Whew. Yeah, please draw an orc princess. Draw it all. Yeah, everybody's, again, we talked about this in the beginning. Male, female, any way you define yourself, any way you see yourself, everybody has different forms and shapes. I do not have the same head as other people. We all have different bodies. I'm just happy you're alive in yours. Keep it up. All right, I'm gonna do kind of a pointed hairline here. Swing it out. Come down to the side of the head a little bit. Then you can see I'm sketching it in there a little bit. These aren't my defining lines. These are my sketch lines. Parts in the middle. Hair is usually a little higher than the head. You know, your hair is a little thicker than your actual head shape. You can see, look, here's my nose and a mouth. I have eyes. Almost poked my eye out there, guys. Almost poked my eye out. Neckline, female neck's going to be a little thinner than a male neck. There we go. We got this going, everybody. We got this going. London Broil core audience. At some point, we almost took that out, the core audience. We were like, oh, we don't need that anymore. But then people complain. And honestly, we shouldn't have taken it out. That's a cool defining thing for us. Notice I'm just laying some light lines in here. I'm getting to figuring it out. I'm going to come back in with the eraser. Sometimes we would do the eraser at the end after we've done our inking, but I just want to give you an idea of where my brain is seeing this. Also, it lets me see it a little bit too. Not bad, guys. Not bad. Elvenish princess. What else do elven princesses have? Sometimes they have, and please send in your drawings after this. Draw that orcish princess. Send in your drawings. Let me see them. Yeah, we got rid of that London Broil core. We just didn't know. We didn't know. We thought it was old, and people were kind of tired of doing it. But in the end, it's a great unifying thing. And doing those Renaissance Festival shows, anytime a crown, exactly. It's exactly what I was going for, Rabbit Hutch. A crown will sit. Look, I'm getting sharp here. Got to get sharp. Ooh, that's a nice point. It'll sit on the head. Have some sort of gemstone. And around that gemstone, we'll have a little elvish filigree. Oh, we did gemstones before, so we can take that gemstone drawing we did before and put that gemstone right inside there. Remember, we did gemstones in one of our previous classes, so go check that out. And you can use that gemstone right there. This filigree action, I'm just faking a little bit. That goes into the hairline and into the hairline. Adding some little edges to that crown. There we go. There's a little princess crown-ish going on-ish. Yeah. I'm going to add gemstones right down there. Bing, 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 bing. All right, not bad, friends. Not bad. So, let's take this general idea. I want to do the close-up of the face. So we can go back. We are kind of working out here, just a little farther away. Oh, switching it up, different pencil. Well, you can see that other face through there. I thought this would be a problem. The sketch paper I got is a little bit thinner than what some of my other sketch paper was. So we'll see through that a little bit. All right, basic head there. Body shapes, again. Chest and hips, a couple of circles. Like what's a dryad do? Dryads are near trees. So let's put like a couple of trees here. A lot of making people for me is doing these shapes. And you'll see this if you go look at any great comic book artist or artist, you'll see it is based on basic shapes. Here's some shoulder, ball joints in the shoulder, circles, a circle, chest, a large circle, oval shape. Female bodies, you have a little bit of an hourglass here, but hourglass is, you know, overrated. How about a human body? There we go. Hips. Arms coming up and going to kind of be behind the tree with maybe the hand up here a little bit. This other arm is down. And again, I'm doing some quick sketches on this one today. You got to doodle it out. You got to doodle it out yourself. Leaves in the hair. Mary, send me this picture, please. I'm going to come in here and work on this face a little bit. Then we'll let that define the body some. Nose. The eyes. Going to kind of do the under the eyes. The circle again with a little highlight. Circle again with a little highlight. Pupil and iris. This is anime eyes that we're drawing today. Now, not every character has anime eyes. Eyes, hands, feet, that is all difficult stuff to draw. And I would recommend you go check out some other people's drawing classes about the details of those. Because I'm still learning them myself. I'm going to go check out other people's drawing classes. Look, she has a little bit of a menace to her. That's cool. We'll make it a little more serious. She's a serious lady. Some eyelashes. And again, just like 3 little eyelashes help sell that female face a little bit. Nose, this little triangle, again, that little triangle helps just give the hint of the bottom of the nose. But you can put a couple simple lines in there. A couple freckles, the lips. Bone earrings. Oh, I'm loving this, y'all. Loving it. Let's see. Yeah, I want to do, we're going to do this. She will have antlers. Nice. Some antlers going on. Elf ears. Ears are weird. Sometimes you think your ears are up, but look at your ears. Your ears are between your eyes and your mouth. I know that's like, of course they are. But sometimes when drawing, sometimes people put ears way up high. But your ears are more between your eyes and your mouth. Elf ears are a little different. They're a little taller. So I could even brought them down a little lower. Been a little more realistic. No, I know you should probably be working, but that's okay, Deca Monster. It's okay. Take a break. You know what? I'd say if a boss comes by or you're at home working, drawing and taking a break to get your mind creative and working like that is going to help work at the end of the day. So go for it. Let's do bangs. This young lady has bangs. I'm not quite sure how bangs look, but that's them here. Top of the head, how the hair goes. Bangs in a bob. Ears are poking out through that. Great, 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 great. Yeah, drawing helps with everything. Relaxing, being creative helps with any job, anything. That's why I'm a big fan of you learning to draw with me is about you learning to doodle. You might not become an artist, but if you can doodle and hang out, it's an important art lesson, yes. Thank you, exactly. If the boss comes by, well, I'm working on an art lesson. Of course you are. This is going to help you. Learning to doodle, learning how to draw, just learning to get something in your head onto paper. Or learning how to connect something you doodled and seeing something with it in your mind and then working it out and drawing it, like taking a doodle and turning it into art. Like, this is what we're learning to do here. No pressure. I'm defining and refining some of these lines in the pencil as we're getting in here. She will have a cool necklace on that is actually a bird skull. You guys inspired me. Notice again, when I'm drawing, you might look up and be like, hey, how'd he get to that? It was all basic shapes. All basic shapes. Circles, squares, and then like, I picture drawing like sculpture sometimes. You're chiseling away at the rock. At first, you just have a piece of clay or a piece of marble, and you break it away. That's a square or a circle or a basic shape. You chisel away. You chisel away. That's what we're doing with drawing. You draw your basic shape to get your proportions and sizes, and then you start to chisel away at it. I think she would be cool. She's kind of a wizard elf princess. She is wearing like wizard's robes. And so this has a high collar. I'm going to have to work down off this, where these circles are, where these shoulders are, seem a little too high for her. So I'm going to bring them down a little bit to here. Wizard's robes has a high collar, comes around. Shoulders in there. There's some shoulders. Wizard robe. And then pretty fun. What's going on? I'm just sketching it out here. I got to ignore some of this tree and stuff I did before because my drawing is changing on the fly a little bit. Also, we're running out of time, so I'm kind of jumping in there. There's a wide belt sort of action. Wizard robe. Like the sleeves of the wizard robe. You guys all know those sleeves of the wizard robe, right? They're cool. Yes, a druid. Yes. Right? So, magic staff. At the top of that, the one we have, a gemstone. So I'm glad we all learned how to make gemstones before. It's like a snake wrapped around it. Comes up to a snake head. Good, good. Okay, yeah. So, Geeky Bear, you're saying like, magic staff going on, Pexeroy. You are, your female turned into a boy. Again, it's just subtle little differences in line shape. I feel like this young lady is an androgynous character at this point a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll work it out. That's why you doodle and redo things, so you can figure out what defines your lines. How do you create like this? Right? It's a good snake staff. That's a pretty good one. Okay, that's an elven fawn sort of princess action. That necklace needs to go up and around. That neckline a little. She's having fun. Fae are sort of androgynous, it's true. Fae, elf, fairy. Alright, now, since we're here, we got just like 9 minutes left. I'm going to clear the slate and, whoa, jump back over. Oh, I forgot to put up some, there we go. My buddy Rick drew a map up there. I'm going to let those go on the side over there as we finish up our last 10 minutes here. But I'm just going to jump. Here we go. We got one. We got our other one. See, this one a little more androgynous. This one full female, I feel. And it's just a little bit in how the jaws lay and how the necks work and how the hair and the line, like, so much can be done with just a basic line. Why are we going to a new blank page? Are we doing a whole new drawing? I mean, a little bit, but mainly I just want to quickly go over how we got to where we got. Circle, basic head shape. Going to come down a little bit from here. That gives you a jawline. Male, you almost square it up. Female, I feel, has almost an almond-shaped head compared to a male, which has more of a square head. The basic, right there, the basic. Look at that goblin. I really appreciate that you all send in your drawings. And look at my drawings. Look at other people's drawings. Yeah, that's how I clear the page. I shake that Etch-a-Sketch. I don't know if that's doing anything. There we go. Down the middle we know, but now we're going to take this shape and cut it in half. Half to half. Half to about here. It's not half of that circle, it's half of the whole shape we have here. And then half of this for the nose, and then half of this for the mouth. These are approximate. To make your character look different, you have to choose different levels there. Eyes. For me, and again, a lot of my face drawing comes from anime, manga art and stuff. That's just when I first learned to draw faces and things. That's what I was learning from. So a lot of my stuff is defined as that. Nose is a little triangle. Mouth, do a little point there. Lips. Don't know. The eyes I cut with a little bit of a cheek right there. I cut the bottom of the eyes off, that circle, because of that cheek. And again, this is, you're going to find your own way to do this eventually. You're going to find your own way. How you get there, though, is doodling and watching some different art classes. Don't just, I love that you guys are hanging out with me, but if you really want to pick up some different art, go check out some other people's art stations. Go hang out with some other art friends. Then I want to thank everybody who came over and raided me. That was an interesting thing. You came over and you are here for the first time. I appreciate you being here. This is what it's like to hang out with me and do some drawing. Try to have a little bit of fun. Tell you about my inner philosophy on how to draw and do art. Looks a little worried. She looks a little worried. If you enjoy this, go check out my other YouTubes. Check out LittlEmpire. That's where I make some art. And I have a shop up on the internet. And I'm selling gaming art. And I actually have a couple of modules for Dungeons and Dragons up in the world. You can go check those out. What sort of hair will this young lady have? How about some sort of like, here's the part. And like a sweeping and over. Basic curves, basic lines that then you get to define later. Ears, not elf ears on this one, but just ears down here. Thinner neck. I'm going to come back in, I'm going to clean up some of these lines. Just to define them for you so you can see what I'm seeing here. Still worried. What's she so worried about? What's going on over there? Oh my goodness. Thank you, Mary. Yes, you did. North Carolina. What is over there? Oh, it's my family of spiders. Oh, isn't that nice? Don't worry, elf lady. We're going to be okay. But she is a little bit worried about that tiny little elf right there. Or that tiny little spider. Okay. That's how, yeah, the drow loves spiders. Necklaces, you got like magic necklaces going on. Give yourself a circle. Bing, 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 bing. Nice. I feel like sometimes the camera distorts my actual drawing. See how it looks a little different there when I have it even up to the camera than down here. It distorts it a little bit. Oh, she's scared of that spider. Praise be to Lolth. That's a goddess of trickery and evil within the realm of Dungeons and Dragons, my friends. Lolth. She is a spider. She's kind of like a spider goddess. Great, great. Please send me that fawn boy, Geeky Bear. It'll be up here next time. Guys, I think we're winding it up. I think we did pretty good. I pushed my limits a little bit on this one today. Hi. Hello, friends. We did it again. How do we send them? Okay, so if you want to send them to Louis Scared Facebook, if our friends there, or to Level Up with Louis, send them to Level Up with Louis. Or that would probably be the best. Send them to Level Up with Louis through a message on there. I'll check through there. Or you can get it to me sometimes. Thank you, Rabbit Hutch. Thanks for being here. I appreciate everybody coming in and doing some drawing with me. The sun is not setting, but it looks overcast, so maybe we'll get some rain today. That's always pretty fun. Posted my Orc Princess to my Facebook page. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Pexelroy. Thank you, Gwendolyn Show. Thanks for putting out there in Gwendolyn Show. Facebook Level Up with Louie. Post your pictures there, and they'll be up here showing next time. As we go through, I like to show everybody's pictures as you send them in, so that's super cool and fun. Hope you did some pretty good. Stormcrow? I think it's Stormcrow, but there's no R in there, so it's more like Stonencrow. Hope I say it right, y'all. You know how the internet goes. Everybody has a different way to pronounce the names of avatar names and stuff on the internet. That's just the way it is these days. So you get whatever pronunciation the person's saying it has. It's almost like reading a name in a book. Like Dritz. How did you pronounce Dritz? D-R-I-Z-Z-T. Drizzit? There is a story there. Good. Good. Maybe we'll draw your story one day, buddy. Maybe we'll draw your story. Again, thank you all so much. Thanks for spending a little time with me. We're going to try to do this every Wednesday at about 3 o'clock until I get back on the road with Renaissance festivals again, and then the schedule might change a little depending on my internet connections and the time of rehearsals, things like that. To be determined down the road. To be determined. This will be up on the internet a little bit. I'm slowly putting out the past episodes on my YouTube channel. If you like that, go check it out. Hit a subscribe or a like if you want to. No press, friends. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Cheers, cheers. Thanks for drawing female elven princesses with me. That was perfect. We'll do more in the future. Goodbye.